your screens. Today we're going to be painting the new gunmetal version of a 38 Black Widow. This decision was made, as I said before, I had no interest in making any other screen paints or basically a gray screen paint of that or dark. Gunmetal was not gray, it's gunmetal. Gunmetal technology at that because I was happy with the black. But as I said before, we got some people, like I said, and I don't mind, but some people it's going to be hard for them to go into the transition of a black screen, and the gunmetal is to kind of help you get there. So for those people who may want a dark gray screen instead of a black screen, now we have an option. So this is going to be a free option on the website. You will not be paying for anything extra because it's gunmetal. You have a free option whether you want the gunmetal 38 or the Black Widow. So two options there. All right, so let me go in, get ready to get this started. I need to get, this is actually 38 right now. Black Widow is showing up right now. Just the red screen ready. All right, we need a roller and we need our stick. All right. Now usually, like I said, when it comes to our screen paints, very simple, very easy to use. Same thing, has the same kind of abilities, but the ability to, mind you, the black screen is going to be the only one that has the ability to pull that 100% contrast level, but contrast levels are not going to be lost on the technology we have here. All right, so we're going to use our 9-inch neck roller. I'm going to put you guys up on the overhead so you can see the screen, and that way we can get this started because I need to have all this documented, including tests and everything right from the door. All right, there we go. Put you guys right there, so got it shot right there. All right, let's get the surface we're going to be coating on. The screen's around, I think it's around 80 or 90 inches. And the product is right here. Like I said before, gunmetals are supposed to be dark, not gray. All right, so let's begin. Make sure I can get this right here on the shot because I need this for demonstrations. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's begin. Now, before we paint our screen in, and I should start doing this when we start doing this more often, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior for blessing us with amazing technology, with the ability to be able to get up every day and do this. So, if it wasn't for him, this would not be possible. All right, so let's begin. The coverage is really good. I'm glad. Nice smooth coverage. Easy to paint, so I like that. Doesn't take much to knock it out, so that's one thing I'm kind of good sign on. All right, that's cool. That's done. They're finished. Coverage went on really good, so that's good. Oh man, really? Seriously? So that means at the end of the day, not going to take much. Paint a screen. Turning my roller around to get the roll off the handle so I can hang it up, and got paint right in the corner of my eye. So thank God that didn't go any farther. All right, scary. Dry this bad boy. Oh, that came out. Man, that's great. It's a beautiful gunmetal. Nice, beautiful gunmetal. Right. That area there, I'm going to smooth out a little bit better. That went on real nice. This is going to be gorgeous. I'm going to try to smooth this out a little bit right here. All right, that's good. So as you can see already, I'm not getting any streaks, so that's good. Good sign. Usually when you mix different components together, you have to make sure you're not going to get any streaks, none of that. And it's thin enough to go through the sprayer, which is actually even better. Didn't take much for me to paint that in. Now let's get you guys over here. I think I'm gonna stand right over there. There it is. There's the gunmetal. I told you, gunmetals aren't gray. I can't express that enough, but they're not gray. That's not a gunmetal screen. This one. Behind my fans. All fours are always locked behind shoes. These glasses always. All right. Yes, for control that. Nowhere to be found, of course. We took most of my stuff. Should have been over there. Not over there at all. It's over here. from here. It's gorgeous. It is doing exactly. This thing has 100% the gamer technology to be able to produce higher colors. It has a heightener for even higher white levels, because of course they're going to go high white levels. But the one thing it's not going to be able to do against the 38 is its contrast levels. The 38's contrast levels are unbeatable. But like I said, it's a gunmetal. Black levels are going to be extremely good. And so what we're doing is right in direct zone of a max zone. I only do demonstrations in max zones. We used to paint them upstairs, but like I said, it's more of a challenge down here. You see how much light the screen can take in. Oh, forgot we got to have meters present for this test. We have to be present. What's the sound? What's the sound? Oh, the soundboard's turned off. We got to turn the soundboard off. Now, one of the things that I think some of the new trolls didn't understand about our technology is the fact that every screen we develop right from the door has to go through a 5-screen certify right from the door in a max out zone. So you get a chance to come in anytime you want and see how it's done. That's why we laugh at you when you do fake demonstrations against our products, because you don't realize that before that product ever was in anyone's hands, they have to go through high-end certified tests. The first minute a screen is painted, any of our technology, you can go back and pull any of the archives out. Any screen we develop, the first minute they're painted, they have to go through a 5-screen certify. But yet y'all still challenge. Oh, I'm telling you. So, you're welcome to come in and watch and see how it's done. So this is 1%. That's it. You're still missing 2 elements that are missing from it. It's only at 1%. And it's in a max out zone. So, before you do your little reviews, which don't mean anything to us, let me show you how we do things over here. This is the reason why people don't want to go against our products, and this is why they will cancel out, because our tests are brutal. Right now, the screen is at 1%. First time coded in, it's going to go against 5 certified screens. It's in a max out zone to begin with, and it's on a 720p projector. It doesn't have the option to be on 4K, it has to earn that right. So, here's my meter in the middle of my floor. Now, as you can see, maxed out. Turn it off. Here, power off. Turn it back on. max out. So if this screen is put up in a normal environment, it is going to explode off the wall, as they're designed to do, because they're used to being tested in this kind of lighting. They can't fade, they can't wash out. They have to maintain in all of its light. And then we drop them from 5,000, at 5,000 let's hit the hot spot, and then we bring them all the way down to 1,000. So this allows us to be able to see where the screen needs to be tested, how it needs to be fixed, how we can adjust it, all that through all this testing. Instead of basically just painting it, sticking it in a dark environment with a high-end projector and go, oh, it's done. No, it's not that easy. And it still has to go outside and sit back at 13 feet and pull up on Old Faithful outside to earn its label at a 190-degree viewing angle. Because we can't test them where you want to. If we had to test them like everybody else, I would not be making screen paint at the end of the day. It'd just be far too easy. There'd be no challenge in it. I might just go back to IT Tech. That's the case. No. Customers want to make sure at the end of the day that they're getting what they paid for. And these screens have to be to thrive in fully lit environments with no problems. Got the remote control for the system upstairs. Very flat the remote control for the sound bar. I gotta go upstairs and go grab it again. Yeah, you don't understand. We test our products over here. I don't know how you guys do things on your end of the woods, but we test them over here. And this is why, like I said, if we were to do a challenge where every test we put underneath this technology would have to match it, y'all couldn't do it. Couldn't match it. You can't match it 1 year. So there's no way in the world you're gonna match this stuff. So forget it. Just forget it. You don't need the embarrassment. All right, where are we going with this? Let me see. I'm gonna come over here with these flowers, and I gotta get some sound in here because ugh. It's dry already. That's it, that's done. How fast you can paint the screen in, how fast you can be done, all that other stuff. Very good. All right, that's better. All right. Remote control, stuff like that. There we go. So just testing. I think our heightener may be a little too high. So we're going to have to adjust that. That's the easy fix. Usually when we first start developing these things, they have extremely high white levels. And they pop pretty high. So we'll have to adjust that heightener a little bit. Get that the curve. So I know what we need to do to adjust that one. Don't we got any freaking content here, people? New York City. Okay, let's get something in here. Let's see. Well, this is new. Okay, download. Shut this in. So when we do these tests, we don't show off one video and be done. There's a lot of videos this has to go through. Contrast levels, white levels, the whole 9 yards. We don't just show one video and say it's done. It doesn't work that way. This stuff has to be tested. I can pull up every test under the 38 And you see those test bands are freaking brutal. Yeah, we're booking up way too high of a white level. Where's my projector at? So it means we're gonna have to adjust the heightener. It is way, way, way too high. Look at that. Contrast levels are good, but it's gonna have to be adjusted just a little bit.
We're like astronauts, floating in the space of time, tossed between the past and the future.
It's also using the contrast shifting technology to pull heavier black levels. This is going to be interesting to put the two side by side. I already know from the door that the 38 black is going to win over in its contrast levels, but I'm curious where they lay in the white levels. That's what I'm interested in that. 'That lion looks, he's having a real bad hair day. 1%. That's it. That's why I don't like to start tests off on high-end projectors. Again, like I said, it's just faking it all the way in. You should do it on 720p projectors. That's the way it should be done. You should do all screens that way. And at the end of the day, at least you know what you're getting at the end of the day. Oh, I know exactly what we got to drop in here. So we got, everything else is good on it. It's perfect. We just got to adjust the heightener just a little bit. Other than that, it's running perfectly. It is running perfectly. We got one element missing. That'll be here on Wednesday. That'll complete it. So it's not finished yet. It's already showing great promise. And like I said, all this lighting, best way to do demonstrations with as much light as possible. So imagine what this is going to look like in normal lighting upstairs. All done on a $270 projector, 720p. See right up in here, this is where we need to adjust. We need to go in and adjust the heightener a little bit. We want to do that with the Phantom. Phantoms were pulling up so much high white levels. They were actually hot spotting on the screen right from the door. They're pulling up so much white light. We had to go in and adjust those. And for those who are saying, oh, that's not possible. Oh, we back everything up, people. We got videos that back everything up. Come on now, record everything we do. Anything that Mr. Bird says, he can back it up. I should know that by now. Document everything.
There's a moment. The moment we ask, what if?
What if we could go further?
So I think the white was way too high, but other than that, everything else is running perfectly. I'm gonna check two things before we actually tone down the heightener. I'm actually gonna drop my brightness a little bit on my projector, drop it down below normal, If it still does the same thing, then basically that means that the heightener needs to be adjusted. If it doesn't, that means you can actually drop your projector. Now you can lower it, put it on eco mode because the screen will be bright enough where you want to run your projector in full mode. And that's even better because my screens, all my projectors upstairs run in eco mode. We don't have to run them in full. Screens generate too much light. Let's go get something else. Let me see something. Oh, man. I'm going to have to do a wallpaper version. I'm going to order me a sheet of wallpaper. So we need two of these. One wallpaper and two of them. And two of these. Let's see. Let's go to my projector. Let's see what my brightness is at. Eco mode. We're in eco mode right now. Let's test that first. What I did was I just dropped my projector in eco mode. So let's see how the screen runs in eco mode in a max out zone. And keep in mind, we have a heightener really high in black screens to produce higher white levels in black screens. The screen's not black, so it's kind of it's not gray either. You'll when you paint it, you'll figure it out. You're like, shoot, this thing looks completely different. It's not your everyday gunmetal. We don't do anything normal over here. Always try to do something different. I don't like to be the same as everybody else. So now you don't see that high glare there anymore? Because I put the projector in eco mode, which is fantastic because the projector doesn't even have to run at full power. Now, before we come to this final conclusion, we're going to have to run it off a bunch of projectors, put them all in eco mode, and have to bring them out of eco mode to see the reaction. If this works the way I think it does, that means the screen is literally producing such a bright enough level that you literally do not have to have a projector in normal mode. You can literally have it in eco mode. Give you a ton of lamps too. Black screens do eco mode anyway. So just to show you that I am in eco mode, I'm not just pulling your leg. Eco mode. Okay. We could literally run this thing outside if we wanted to. Can you imagine me running this screen outside on eco mode? How insane that would be? Outside running a projector on eco mode. Tell me that wouldn't be crazy. Alright, we should be driving right now. Let me see. Let's go over to, let me check on something real quick. Now mind you, you wanna know how dark that paint is? That's how dark it is. Let's sit over there in that container. That's how dark it is. Gunmetals aren't supposed to be gray. Gunmetals are dark. The closer you come to a black level on a gunmetal, actually more higher the more advanced the screen is. So gunmetals are meant to be dark, not gray. If it's a gray screen, it's considered to be charcoal, not gunmetal. All right, I'm gonna get my test in here. Let me go pull up. Let me see what we got over here. Gunmetal's here. This one? No, too late. That can't go. Definitely doing this one. That's definitely gonna go. And these two right here. Let me see. Dark Star 9. So we have a record. There we go. Dark Star 9. Brush screen is dry. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Only screen I think up there would pretty much always gives me a hard way to go is the Dark Star 9. It's actually a pretty good screen. This is a DMP Supernova. These are called the Blade. These are the darker version of the DMP Supernova. See it right there. Now, like I said, if people want to really challenge our product, we can compare test results. I mean, I can open up my archives. I can bring out about 30 or 40 of my test results, and we can compare them. But y'all can't because y'all don't do tests. That's why you can't compare. You have to have test results done. You don't have any test results. Here we go. We do these over and over again. There we go. So far we have 4,500, 3,000, and this is a $5,000 screen. I might have to get some fresh tape for this, because I've used this quite a bit. Let me get some of my bone from over here. I think I have some right here. And I have those from over here. Shoot. Don't make me not try it back upstairs. Upstairs so many times a day, it's not even fine. I'll take this right here. Right now we just have the gunmetals. Everything else that's gonna be too light. So let's start off with, I start off with white screen first, which is very important. Search. White screen saver. Because we need to see a certain tone needs to pop up. So we got white here. Let's see what we got. We're still going to have to put an adjuster in. Yeah, we still have to adjust a little bit on the white. Let's wait to see what we got here. Okay. Allows me to see what I need to see. Let's go over to, they're not going to pick up on contrast. I can tell that right from the door. They're not going to pick up on contrast right there from the door. They're not going to register it. That little white level I pop up, that's why I said I find it interesting when people sit there and do white levels on our products. Don't you know we tested already right from the door? You don't even own this product. Don't even have it in your hand yet. And yet, these are the tests it has to go through. Same thing like 38s. They have to go through the same testing every single time. Unicorn will go through the same test. They all go through the same test. Let's go over here and let's get ourselves a red screen. Red screen. Told you. That's all I need to see. It's lights out already. That's all I need to see. There's a certain tone in the white level that I need to see. That's it. And it tells me the whole story. That's why I always do white levels first. I don't do white levels to show has the highest white level. I know our technology is going to produce a high white level. That's not a problem. There's a certain tone in the white level. That's the problem that people who develop screen paint miss so much. You're so misinformed. You really believe at the end of the day that the higher the white level, the better the screen. No, that's the worst thing you want. Now you're matching a white screen. That's what white screens do. A white screen pulls the highest white level, and yet it's the worst screen you could possibly have for home theater. Can't see color, can't see contrast, and the screen generates so much white light, the higher the projector you hit it off, the faster it washes out. It is a bottom dollar cheap screen. They have been out since the silent era, and that's what you're comparing your white levels to? Yeah, you're completely mixed up. That's why every time we take a gray screen, if I take a gray screen paint, it'll wash out. It wouldn't even pick up on that screen. White levels are way too high. And if they try to make the paint too dark, then you run a problem where your white levels diminish and you come up like that black paint that we had sitting against our black screen, couldn't produce color, couldn't produce any form of white levels whatsoever. That's what happens. It's a dance. It's like a balance. If you don't get it perfect, then there's going to be issues.
Welcome aboard the Disney Bundle. Your last
Now you
blockbuster
see,
hits with
that's
Disney
why I
Plus
show you
with the last
the
drop.
colors first, so that way you can see what you need to see as you're watching the demonstration play on. You can see how the colors are supposed to look and how they're not supposed to look. What I don't like about demonstrations where people just show these pretty colors flashing across the screen and go, oh yeah, no, that's not a test, man. That is not a test at all, period. And another thing too is when they're doing these tests, they're in a dark environment or a poorly lit environment. You're supposed to be in as much light as your screen can possibly take in. So the next stage for this screen is going to be on a much bigger scale. Right now it's at 84 inches. I'm actually getting one of these upstairs in the relaxation room. So I was going to put a black levitating screen, but now I want one of these. All right, let's go over and let's grab some contrast. We'll grab the star field. And I told you. What did I say? It's not going to pick up contrast. I knew that from the minute I walked over to the screen, and when I saw what I saw, I was like, look, this is not going to pick up contrast. So now you got a gunmetal technology sitting in front of you that now has the ability to overpower 3 series of gunmetal screens. It pulls a heavier contrast level. And when we switch over to white levels, it'll maintain its white levels as it's designed to do. And it pulls better color at 1%, not even finished yet. And we're doing all this on 720p in the max out zone. So imagine when it reaches 100%. And you set it up in normal lighting. That's why when we take the black screens upstairs and we put them on wallpaper, we have on wallpaper screens, we hit them with 720p projectors, those screens look absolutely stunning. Got them outside of the 180 inches, they look stunning. So all about testing. Ultra short throw. We're definitely going to have to probably adjust the heightener in there with an ultra short throw. My projector's in eco mode while we're doing all this. We're definitely going to have to adjust the heightener if we're going to do ultra short throw. Because I don't want any problems with the screen not being able to have issues picking up. So that's definitely going to have to be done.
At Solon, there are no
Coming over here.
to preserve the potency of the nutrients. When you go the extra mile, you can find gold. Solgar, the gold standard in vitamins.
For you, dear, I wish many things.
Oh, New York City has a good contrast scene. Now you see all this right here? All this light? That's all coming from overhead. Make sure the screen absorbs as much light as possible. Let's get a darker contrast in there. Just see its contrast over here. Let's see, clear this out. AK Desired Nature. What did I start off with? I'll go with this one. That's why I showed you the blue colors first, to show you that when we switch over to blue, now you can see the screen, so I'm not having a hard time picking up blue and contrast. Lights out, I can tell you right from the door, we'll call before we go to lights out. They're going to get wrecked. That's what's going to happen. Mind you, this is a technology that's pulling an image in an extremely fully lit environment while going against certified screens in a maxo zone in eco mode. So imagine if it doesn't have the overhead lights to fight with. Imagine when it goes into the dark. Our technology in the dark is insane. When people make comments where they say, "Oh, the screen. Oh, you want to make a bet on that? Make a couple $1,000 bet on that? I bet you 10 grand. Want to make a bet? This technology will pull up in the dark, and I'll put certifieds on it too, and white screens, and gray screens. Oh, I forgot we did that one already." So much confidence you have in your word. 10 grand. This stuff looks insane with the lights out. That's why when we go outside and we do demonstrations on those massive screens, they look like giant TVs out there. So what we're going to do with the gunmetal, we're going to make it a free color option. It's going to be probably when we get done all the testing, because we got testing all this week. So we're going to be doing ultra short throw, we're going to do low lumens, we're going to be outside, we're going to be inside, we're going to be all over the place with this screen. And once it's passed all its tests and it earned its label, then basically we'll get ready to get it processed for the website. So like I said, free option. So like I said, I had no intentions of developing a gunmetal screen for 38, but like I said, you got customers that are not used to being around black technology, and this is an easy transition. And I got a customer right now who wants to buy this right for the door, and he says when he gets used to those levels, then he wants to transfer over to a black screen. Everything you're seeing this screen go through, 38 Black Widow had to go through also. And we got, like I said, we have to test to back it up. I have no problem going back to back with anybody with my test demonstrations versus y'all's. And I guarantee you, you're not doing stuff on our level. This screen just came out of the container. Already has to go get certified right from the door. So that's why I said, if we bring anybody else's stuff down here, you wouldn't pass the test. No way in the world you would pass. Even if I jumped you at 5,000, you wouldn't pass. But then again, the higher I go on the lumen on the projector, the faster the screen will wash out. That's something you would have to worry about. Like when I showed you, we took the Sony VPL FH36 and we put that on gray screen paint, it washed right on out because the projector was producing too high of a lumen count. Where I showed the demonstration at the church, 12,000 lumens on a gray screen paint, washed clean out. Now, the only arguments I probably might get by these people who make these particular screens are saying, well, your environment has too much light. Yeah, you know, I'm paying $5 grand for a screen. That thing better show up on the sun at the end of the day. I better be able to put my projector anywhere I want. Well, you're not using a high grade projector, your projector's not calibrated. Those are all excuses to me because we don't do that over here. This kind of money, this screen should be able to pull up anywhere at any time on any projector. Now, I have a customer right now. A few of them had the same projectors I use in my demonstrations, the same ones. Why not spend the money for the same machines I have in there? Save money. The color is gorgeous. I do like the color. The color is absolutely gorgeous. The gunmetal. Oh. All right, let's get this. Which I'm going to do this one here. That's what happens if you put gray screen paint next to that technology. It'll wash it right on out. So if the certifieds can't pick up the contrast level next to that gunmetal, a gray screen paint's not going to have a flare. And keep in mind, the gun, whatchamacallit, they produce a brighter image. That's the downside of it, that reflective surface. I don't know why they keep going back to that stuff at the end of the day. It has issues with ultra short throws, it has narrow viewing cones. Then again, if you're probably using a $10,000 projector, you know, hey. Which that makes up for some of it. Now, remember I told you about OLED demonstrations? The backgrounds must remain jet black and the images in the front are different shades of black. There you go. Now, just to make this clear, is the gunmetal point of 100% black level? No. No. It's picking out heavy shades of gray. Very, very heavy shades. Much darker than the gunmetals and much darker than any other gray screen paint. But again, like I said, the screen paints I've seen outside are not freaking gunmetal. They're charcoal. Or maybe like a mid-gray, but they're not gunmetal. But anyway, it's picking up very heavy shades of gray. That black screen behind you is the only thing that can pick up a 100% contrast level. But you'll see when you put them side by side. When we do the side by side, because we have to do the side by sides because that way, you know, the customer's on the fence and he really can't make up his mind. And like I said, this is going to make it rough. It's going to make it a little hard for you guys to figure out which ones you want. I'm curious to see if the 38s produce high white levels. So I'm curious to see how the 38's white level is going to be next to the gunmetal. Mind you, 38s can overpower also two gunmetal screens with no problem. So that's what's going to be interesting about it, putting them side by side. So we're going to have that demonstration tonight because I'm curious. I got to see what's going to happen. I already know from the door. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to go higher color. It's definitely going to go, the black screen's going to go, it's black. It's definitely going to go higher color. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I can't really make that call, but I got a hunch. I got a real hunch what's going to happen. I think the black screen may dominate it, may take over. Because again, like I said, the most dangerous thing you could have is a black screen that can see white light. And if it can see white light and register it extremely good, especially outside, it's going to be some problems. So I'm interested to see what happens. They're still going to keep it, no matter what. The 38s or Black Widows are good, but I'm curious to see what happens. That's why we had no interest in making anything else, because the 38 did everything. But you'll see. You're gonna watch. You watch the Gunmetal screen right here. Overpower 3 certifies, and then you'll watch a 38. Hopefully, doesn't overpower too much of the Gunmetal. The Gunmetal can stand its ground. But I'm gonna let you know, when it comes to black levels, it's going to get crushed. It's a screen that you can generate a 100% black level. Again, like I said, we'll see. Let's see what happens. It's not going to beat the screen in contrast levels. It's not going to happen. But I want to see how much of a difference it's going to be to color and white levels. That's what I want to see.
These new cheese and puff are so cheesy, airy, and puffy. How'd you do it?
Puff Drive 5000. Anything can be craveably puffy.
New cheese and puff. Defy your cheese expectations.
This is going to be good too, because you have some people that still want the traditional gunmetal. So like I said, it's good, you know? But I'm still curious how it's going to go against the 38 black. That's what I'm curious about. That's what I'm curious about. Because this will overpower. Right now, from what I'm seeing from the results already, we're not going to have a problem with too many any gunmetal screen. These are the best ones we have in the collection. But I'm still interested about Dragonfly and Diamond. This one too. But if they had that reflective surface, that's it. Because that's the downfall of it all. I can see it right there. That's the downfall. If they had that reflective surface, that's it. If I hit that screen and I show that white level and that tone doesn't come up, we already automatically open the door. What's going to happen? Remember the first time I did that test, I was upstairs in our room, we did a live stream, and we did the white levels, and everybody was like, oh yeah, your screen's not gonna be any good, it's gonna be trash, it can't pick up, it's picking up a higher white level. I'm like, good gracious, man, like so much to teach at the end of the day. And sure enough, we pulled the white level, those screens washed out, and our screen remained bright red. You see people dropping, dropping out of the room left and right, because they couldn't handle the shame. Yeah, you kind of got it mixed up. I don't know what you've been reading at the end of the day, but you got it mixed up. There is so much misconception in home theater, it is not even funny. It's not even funny. How people really actually think they understand how it all works. At the end of the day, you're completely backwards at the end of the day. It has the white levels, it's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. If the white levels was considered to be the best, and how come white screens aren't the most expensive screens on the face of the planet? Because they generate the highest white level, and yet they have the poorest contrast levels and the poorest color, and ambient light projection does not work on them whatsoever. People go calibrating their projectors. Why are you calibrating a projector that's more advanced than projectors they had in the 1950s or 60s? 60s and 70s, around that time, they were calibrating projectors because all they had was white screens. There were no such thing as these gray screens out here, and gunmetal screens didn't exist. I mean, most people at that time around, what 1920s and 30s, 35 millimeter film, probably a little lower than that. Come on. And people are still calibrating projectors to this day. Are you kidding me? I've never calibrated a projector. Never. And my colors can outperform high-end gunmetal screens with no problem. I can do it in fully lit environments. I can go play outside if I want. Not an issue, not a problem. All that comes from at the end of the day because they can't get the colors to come up correctly. That's the problem. I told you, there's nothing wrong with all these old projectors you see all over eBay. There's nothing wrong with those projectors. It's interesting how I like to go back. I like to go back and I like to look at the projector in its heyday. You know, when they first advertised it, you know what I mean? They're bragging about the, the contrast and the color and everything. And they displayed it on a white screen. Completely dumbed the projector down on a white screen. And here it is to now, in 2022, I got these old projectors that are sitting in landfills or on eBay or nobody wants them. And they look like this at the end of the day. Just to show you all the while, there's nothing wrong with the projector. Clearly, the technology in screens just hasn't caught up yet. And some of you sitting there with these amazing projectors, and I sit there and look at these demonstrations, I watch your demonstrations in your forums and your YouTube channel, and I go, sad, because you're not getting what you think you're getting out of your projector. You're getting you're lucky if you get 50% out of your projector. If you have to sit there and calibrate that machine, and you have to basically darken your curtains and darken your environments, there's something wrong with your machine at the end of the day. There's something wrong with your screen. There's something wrong with your screen at the end of the day. Yet Mr. Bird can come on here, walk through his house, all his lights on, watch snowflakes, stars, everything pop off my ceiling, clouds, the whole 9 yards. Watch the screen up there, 127-inch and a bunch of windows. Go up there and watch the wallpaper screen at 6 o'clock in the morning, watch the sun come in while we watch the galaxy. I can go outside, I can display on my floor, I can display on a 180-inch screen, I can walk outside and display outside, and yet you guys are in the dark with these brand new up-to-date projectors. I'm in these forum sites all the time, looking at these expensive machines in here, and they're sitting there in the dark, and when they turn the light on, they got this ugly, tannish, washed-up look around the screen. And the first thing I ask is, what the frick is that? Oh, no, it's normal, this is what the projector does, and something. No, it's not. Wow, I mean, your projector looks so much better than that. See, these screens have that reflective coating, and the reflective coating that they have on the screen, basically, not to put the companies down in any way whatsoever, but then they have all these freaking protocols with them. You know, you can't use them in ambient light controlled environments. You gotta calibrate. You gotta have high-end expensive projectors to make the screen look this, to make the screen look that. At the end of the day, AKA calibrate. Our screens can't produce proper color. Gotta be in the dark. How are you in the dark and you have ambient light projection technology? That's the whole purpose of ambient light projection technology. You can use a screen in a fully lit environment. So how are you using an ambient control environment for a screen that has ambient light projection technology embedded in it? Because screens have issues. That's why I like the 1 year swap out challenge. I wish I could give that to everybody, even the certifieds, to everybody. 1 year swap out. Let's see what you got at the end of the day. Let's take away the ambient light controlled environments, all the smoke and mirrors, all the nonsense, and let's break it down. Let's bring out a 720p projector, all lights on. Can't do that. They got to depend on, they need that projector to make the screen look that way. For them, that's like trying to make a cake without sugar. Let's go play over here.
There's a moment when we find our stride, and tomorrow belongs to
I'll be
us.
darned if I'm gonna spend $5,000 for a screen and then spend another $3,000 for a projector. Oh no. And then after all that, I gotta calibrate and still be stuck in a dark environment? Nah, I'm good. I was in a live stream with somebody with a whole expensive setup, and I said, yeah, while you're out there, I'm outside watching on my screen. Enjoy your dark environment. I'll be outside. I'll see you outside if you can go outside. Only certified screens I've seen outside is a Yard Master. That's it. I haven't seen any big companies make. No, I haven't seen any big companies. Except for Elite. Elite's the only one I've seen. Pretty much as a certified company. But they got the Yard Master, and the Yard Master is a white screen. Like, please. That is too easy at the end of the day. Oh, and if you got a chance to see the Paint On application, yeah. I'm not going to say much, but yeah, you know what I'm getting at. Paint that screen in no time at all. Boop, 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 done. All right, that's absolutely street proof. Yeah, I like it. I do like it. I'm always going to favor the black technology because I like black technology at the end of the day. But I do like the gray. It's nice. I'm going to get one in the house. Wait, isn't them all the 22nd or the 21st? What is it? I know what you call Borderlands. New game is coming out. I got to go check my account. I need to download that game right now. You're going to see a lot of that in the next couple of days. Now, the driver's supposed to be taking me to Home Depot to get the lumber. That means I can basically put a frame on the screen, put 180 back there. I might game outside. If the weather's good, I can game outside. Yeah, if the weather's good, I can game outside. I would love to do some gaming on a 180 outside. That'd be nice. It definitely would be nice. All right, so already we got the first, every screen we test out, the first thing we do is we put it in certifies, did great. Even had a little fun, put a little Network Gray 773 just to show what would happen. Gray screen paint products laid against this product. Yeah, it's not gonna pick up at all. Contrast levels should come into place nicely. So I'm happy about that right there. I'm gonna drop 1,000 lumens on here. What's the projector? What do we call it? The smaller one. Oh, we got that upstairs. I thought I put that downstairs. Really? Seriously? Oh, here it is, right here. Let's have a little fun. Let's take out that. Drop 1,000 on here. Glorious. Well, at least we'll be having some fun down here the next couple of days. I get a chance to do some testing on the new technology. We've already went through. I'll just throw a short though on and see what happens. Might as well. We're down here anyway. So these are not tests. This is for fun. So let's see what happens. Why is everything in black and white? Oh, it comes up in color later. Okay, cool. All right, let me see. Where's the fire stick? We got a fire stick for this bad boy. Oh crap! The fire stick's mixed up. I don't know which one's which. Let's see. I think it's this one. Let's drop 1,000 lumens on here and see what we get. Sorry about that, people. Got stuff going on all over the place here. Just trying to get things situated. I should 1,000 lumens on top of that.
Open your eyes, young potato. This is your future.
I think when we do the outside test, since we're in the background anyway, I'm just going to paint a 150-inch screen and clip it to the gate. We can do it from there. Because we're right outside in the back anyway. You know? That is gorgeous. 720p, people. 720p. Love it. Love it. So we're not going to change our videos mentioning the other ones, but just to let you know that next time you do a demonstration, you want to show up a screen, make sure your meters are maxed out. Make sure you got plenty of light in your environment, and make sure the screen is making contact with light at all times. That's how demonstrations are supposed to be done at all times. Light is supposed to be in contact with the screen at all times. The reason why this is done is because just in case if the customer has a very well lit environment, then guess what? We're good because the screen's designed to take it. But if you constantly do demonstrations and you cheat on ambient lights hitting your screen, then what's going to happen when somebody puts it in an environment like this, like I have over here or upstairs, from upstairs is very bright, the screen will wash out. That's why you want to introduce the screen as much light as possible. Don't cut corners at the end of the day, because not everybody has the same environment in the day. If you're doing, I tell you people, if you're watching people do demonstrations in the dark, that's where you're going to be at, in the dark. All right, let's come out of this one. Let's drop onto 1,000 lumens now. I'm going to pop onto 1,000 in the max out zone. See what we pick up. Where do we go at? What button did we hit? Oh, we hit the temperature gauge. There we go. So let's go over here and let's fire up our Sony Old Faithful. Old Faithful. Okay, so Faithful has been with us for a while. Long while. Couple years. Now, she doesn't have sound or anything. She only comes in 4.3, but she gets the job done. So now we dropped it down from 1,000 lumens. We already did 4,000. We dropped it down to 1,000. We did 4,000. Mind you, my 4,000 projector, we had to put it in eco mode. Screen was generating too high of a white light. So, we'll see. We'll go from there and see what happens. We're going to test with some other projectors, put everything eco mode, non-eco mode. If it works the way I think it does, that means your screen will basically have enough light to generate where you don't have to have your projector in normal mode. You can have it eco mode, which will save you some money on some lamps. Wouldn't that be nice? So we're on 600 by 800, 720p. The screen only does 4.3. Again, to show you, we are in the max out zone right there. You can see plenty of light right there. Coming up the meter. Meters don't register. Plenty of light hitting the screen. Let's see if we can pause that video with the PS4 controller. There we go. So light levels are good. Let's go over here. Mine, this projector only has 100:1 contrast ratio, that's it. Let's go with, let's check some certifieds on this one. Those are the Gunmetals. Oh, I forgot we gotta have all this on record. 1,000 lumens, testing against certifieds now. See where our screen comes up. Let me get the remote control. So we'll control that for this unit. Okay, let's see. White screen. I'm gonna go to the screen before I set it up. So we got this one right here, certified, right here in the middle. Come on, play nice, play nice, play nice, play nice. Okay. Darkstar 9, right there. The Darkstar 9, by the way, if you don't know, has a 0.9 gain. Darkstar 9 has a really good angle gain. That's what I like about this screen. It has a good angle gain. Because Your screen picks up very good on an angle. Usually, sometimes reflective screens don't have an issue with that, and the Dark Star 9 doesn't have that issue. All that, not that much. It has some issues, but not as much as it could have at the end of the day. Because it reflects pretty good. It does pick up a pretty good, oh, forgot. This is the Gunmetal version of the DMP Supernova. What's that? That's why I said that, because I do these tests like this, and I sit there and say that I can go back in my archives, and I can pull up any one of my tests back in my product, just like I'm doing right now. If I was a week from now, and somebody wanted me to back up something, I can pull up this video. That's why I'm very thorough about my tests. So, the same thing we ask you guys to do in a challenge is something that we always do all the time when we test our screens out. All right, so let's get this white level. So let's see what we got going on here. Red screen. There you go. A certain tone is supposed to pop up. And this is at 1,000 lumens. I want to make sure. Let's move over to our center here. And this is what I'm talking about in our viewing comb effect. As you start to turn, the screen gets dark. Usually the Dark Star 9 doesn't have that issue all that much. It's having an issue on 1,000 lumens, which means that comes from basically using the screen on such high-end projectors, and that's one of the complaints I'll probably get. Like, oh, it's not fair because you're supposed to have it on a high-end projector. Again, you shouldn't have a problem. You're spending that much money for a screen. Blue screen. No, we don't need that. Thank you. Can we get back to it? Thank you. So you should not be having this problem if you're spending this kind of money for a screen. Now, see, under 1,000 lumens, the daylight screen is actually doing pretty good with the Dark Star 9, and the DMP Supernova is having issues. Slow color change out. So it's entering at 1,000 lumens, the daylight screen is doing somewhat good, but at 4,000 lumens, it doesn't pick up. How the freak does that even register at the end of the day? And somebody's saying, well, it matched your product. Yeah, in some ways it did match the product, but at the end of the day, my screen doesn't cost $5,000. Yeah. There's also a price point too. That also makes and breaks the product at the end of the day. Or if you're doing competition with screen price. So if you got a screen that's doing the exact same as another, but in ways this screen can actually work powerful because none of your screens can see contrast, so the screen's a little darker. But anyway, price point. Starfield screensaver. Let's say they pick up the contrast levels on here. Told you. I can see that from here. I'm at 13 feet back, and I can see that. That's not, they're not gonna pick up the contrast level. Not for what this screen has inside of it. I mean, that's why I specialize in contrast. I can make a gunmetal see the same amount of contrast levels. Now you get to a black screen, but good enough to overpower one of these bad boys with no problem. But still, at all of them, the daylight did pretty good. It did actually pretty good. Compared on 1,000 lumens and a max that was on, it did very good. It's not producing our contrast levels, but compared to the Dark Star 9, which I thought would do better because the Dark Star 9 is slightly darker than the daylight screen. That's real interesting. 4K Snow Screensaver. But we're able to blend the Dark Star 9. Let's turn the Dark Star, sorry. The daylight screen, we can blend the screen. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there you go. See? It's right there. That screen costs $5,000. $5,000 for a 100-inch. Our technology for a 52 100-inch costs $209. I'm gonna be surprised if I get an email from them next. Yeah, some people saying, but that's too much money, $200. Then guess what? Go pay $5,000 for a screen. Or a screen paint that's untested. Because right now, what we're doing right now, they can't even match this test right now we're doing. You know, this is technically like a 1-year challenge, you know, 720p projector at 1,000 lumens, where it doesn't make it 720p, maxed out zone, fully lit environment. Duh. We do these every day. So the challenge we gave out, we do that every day. Anytime you see Mr. Bird turn on his camera, we want a 720p right in front of the screen in a maxed out zone. There you go. It's interesting. At 1,000 lumens, I know for a fact that the cinema gray can't be used with a projector under 2,000 lumens. I know that for a fact. Now, they did post that. That's one of the things you have to do. Sometimes we'll have certain guidelines that will come with the instruction sheets. I know all the guidelines. So I've had these sample sheets forever. I've read just about all through them. I know for a fact when we had the DNP Supernova, we had the DNP Supernova right over there. That's a blade over there. No. Infinity? It's Infinity. Infinities are darker. Yeah, so in their instruction guide, you can't use them with short throw or ultra short throw projectors because the screens come up dark. So they're not supposed to be used with those. That's right there in their guide. For certain screens, the only ones I've seen out of the elite screens, they had 2 different forms of instructions. The ceiling and light projection, you had to point those, so the arrows had to be up. If not, if you turn them upside down, they go dark. And the cinema gray required a projector of 2,000 lumens and up. That's what it actually requested for that. Well, I can't wait to go to the form set with the gunmetal. A few people asked me if we were going to do gunmetal. I had a couple people ask me what we're going to do gunmetal. I was like, nah, we're going to do gunmetal. Don't bother with it. I said if I was going to design a gunmetal, what did I say? If I designed a gunmetal, it was going to be better than the high performance screens on the market. That's the only way I was going to make one. And here we got it here. My screen's only at 1%. We're not even done. My screen has 2 elements missing. 2 elements missing from my screen at 1%. And here we are sitting back here on Old Faithful. 1,000 lumen projector in the max out zone. Meters. No cookie cutter screen tucked under fireplaces. Sorry to bring that up, but it's true. Look at that. Right there, all that light can hit it. Because I can't, keep in mind, I can't do demonstrations like that. Have you seen my environment upstairs? If I did environments like that, my environment could never be that bright. It'd be dark upstairs 24/7. Only time I keep it dark is when it's at nighttime. And I fire up all my lights. Other than that, I can walk in and fire my lights up and walk right through the environment, no problem. I'm still trying to find me 1,000. I want 1,000 lumen to be nice. I want 1,000 lumen projector for the theater room. I like that small little projector, but it don't fill the whole screen out. That's the only thing. I need me a projector that'll fill the whole screen out, but 1,000 lumens. I want a small one too. I like having that small one in there like that. I want to fill the whole screen out. Sony has an ultra short throw projector. It's a little cube, but I don't like using ultra short throw projectors because, like I said, it's too close to the screen. It just feels too easy. I'd rather have 1,000. I gotta look around. Somebody gotta have a portable projector out there that has a big screen mode to it, like a real big screen to it. Somebody gotta have one at 1,000. It'd be pretty nice. I want one. Because that thing is so small, man. It tucks right away in my under my theater chairs. Perfect. You know, it's like walking through it and tripping over a black projector in the center of your floor, and I can't mount it to the ceiling because the ceiling's coated. Now where that thing's gonna be sitting at anyway. Got a lamp in the way. But that little projector, that thing is nice, man. If I get one something with like the app's already built into it, I'm gonna make short though mini projectors. That's what I had to start doing. Instead of making projectors bigger, just make them smaller. Much, much smaller. That'd be so much easier to transport something from A to B. But I wonder why they don't have a short throw. Do they have one? I gotta look this up. That's why I gotta do research. Do they have a short throw, like projector, about the size of a portable? Like something like this would be fantastic. Something like this, a portable projector this size, that they can make it like, well, I don't know, I'm kind of asking a lot, but it'd be nice to have like 3,000 lumens maybe, you know what I mean? And wireless, built-in apps into it, and just make it short throw, which would be nice. Without the picture getting jacked up. Because usually when you're dealing with freaking small projectors, you're dealing with the resolution. The resolution on these projectors are crap. I got a couple of them over there. I got a couple of these minis right here. Woo! Killed myself. Look, got one right here. Brookstone. This is a pretty good. No, it's not Brookstone. It's another one right here. Magason or Magason, whatever it's called. But anyway, I got this one over here, and I got this one right here. Got two of these bad boys in here. This is 200 lumens. This is 150 lumens right here. That's it. They're brand new. I like these little things, man. But imagine if you had like a short throw projector like this. That can give you like a 120-inch screen. I'm talking about an actual 120 screen, not crap at the end of the day, because you know what I'm talking about. Let's say it'll give you a 120 screen, but you can never go up to 120 screen because the picture would deteriorate. That's why. But man, it'd be really nice if they made one. That's what they need to start doing, man. They really need to start doing that. I remember Acer had this projector that came out. It was supposed to be the gamer projector. That thing was heavy as I don't know what. You ever seen this thing? Bright red and black projector. It was supposed to have something called a bending box attached to it, but somehow that disappeared. If you don't remember what the bending box was, it was a device that you can hook up any signal through. The signal would transfer to the bending box or somewhere like that, and it would allow the screen to curve. So you can automatically have a curved screen without using software, without using multiple projectors. You can curve the screen. But somewhere when they brought the projector out, the box was missing. Usually, sometimes companies will come in and they'll buy out that particular piece, or they'll sell it to some or whatever. I don't know what happened, but I was looking forward to getting that projector, and it didn't have the freaking box with it, so I was like, forget it. Because I do want to do a curved screen. If I do a curved screen, we're doing one outside. I'm not doing this. I'm definitely do a curved screen outside. But we're gonna have to do multiple projectors for that one. Probably build a scaffold for it too. All right, having some fun with 1,000 lumens right over here. Let's get this stuff off the screen right here. These right here, so we're good on that. Now, even though it picked up at 1,000 lumens, we still got to do a distance test on it too. But these are not tests yet. We're just having some fun. Because when I do tests, I actually mark the video. This is 1,000 lumen test, so and so and so. We're just having some fun in the beginning stages of it. Just having some fun. Don't want to wait, or put an ultra short throw projector on it. Wait it with 4,000 lumens. You know, just having some fun. Let's throw a short throw on it for some fun. See what happens if we throw a short throw on. I got a short throw here. This is why I explained that you have to have multiple projectors in your arsenal, because if I want to grab any one of these projectors to test the screen out, they're here for me to use. Can't just use the same thing over and over again. Oh, we got a distance over here. We got the VPO F836. Okay, we can't go over time here. Let's take this one out. Screen is gorgeous, ain't it? It's beautiful. I want a nice, pretty color to it. Keep it pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. I have no idea how this is going to work at the end of the day. This is when it's swinging back. Is this what's back here? Don't mess with my screen here. Oh, it can't be. All right, cool. let me start getting cleaned up in here because it's getting kind of sloppy in this place. And I don't like clutter. So pretty much everything is going to be the same on the technology. Let me get me a charge. I'm about to die real quick. All right, gonna drop our $60 ultra short though. What's it doing here? Gotta get a charge real quick for you guys. Let me see. My cat is upstairs freaking about. I don't know what he's freaking out about. Let me charge you in here. Probably calling out to his girlfriend. Okay. Okie doke. Let me see. Oh, we need a power cord. We got one from here we can use. So glad I get to shave after this, man. Shave, cook myself some food, make some spaghetti. I love spaghetti so much. Sit down and watch some TV. I haven't had any time to relax. Tomorrow morning, it's gonna be testing. I gotta get this knocked out. I got customers already waiting to put orders in for this already. And that screen looks gorgeous, doesn't it? That's gorgeous. That's one thing I like. I love to have a pretty screen, man. You want to project this off, it should look gorgeous. When you show off that wallpaper screen upstairs, oh. Every time I walk into freaking TV forums, that thing is a TV every time. Every time. Oh, look at that TV. Now, how much did you pay for that widescreen option? You're right. Projection screen. When I set them gray screens, man, that's outdated. That's so outdated, it's not even funny. This right here, that looks beautiful. Beautiful. All right. What is? Look at that. Look. What would you rather have on your wall of 120 inches? That gray screen, which is outdated, or the gunmetal technology we have here. Gunmetal, as I said before, is responsible for eliminating the gray screen paints. The whole purpose of the gray screen paints was to produce higher contrast levels. That's the whole purpose, better contrast and better color than a white screen. So now you got a gunmetal technology that produces a much darker contrast, produces a high white level, and produces better color. So what good is this anymore? There you go. I've been telling y'all that for years. You're painting the same old gray screens on your wall. I mean, if that's the case, you might just swap out your cell phone, get one of them old Nokians or sidekicks that got the gray screen on them. Go get rid of your monitors, go get the CRTs in there. Just match everything to match the gray screen on your wall. Since it's outdated, outdate everything. Okay, let me see. We got everything hooked up to this. Where's the power cord? Here's the power cord, baby. We have one right here on the floor. Oh, right over here. Yeah, might as well. Shoot. You're playing next gen systems on new gens or old gens. I play PC, whatever. I'm doing gaming on a gray screen. You can't see contrast. Why don't you get a white screen? You done with it. That's why at the end of the day, that's why we requested to swap out. The screen basically could do what it's supposed to do. And guess what? You should be able to hit it with a 720p projector in a fully lit environment. You should be able to do that for about a year. And you shouldn't have a problem. But if people are afraid to depart with their projectors, and it shows at the end of the day, well, guess what? Projector's doing all the work. Same thing if I walked into basically one of these certified companies and say, hey, by any chance you want to swap that out for a 720p one of these older projectors? They look at me and start laughing like, nah. Then which one's doing all the work? Don't like them out for sure those. Way too close to the screen. Yeah, you don't just shirt through. That's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Wrong keystone. Come on. That's the bottom there.
Ringler's best MI5 agents were 90 more. I'm going to make you an offer. There was something finally happened. I didn't mean to kill him. If you meant to kill him, he'd still be alive.
I thought that this place at the Little Big Impression store. Or the listening devices paid for by the French government is buying during breakfast.
Good gracious, man. Commercials get longer and longer on here. See, we gotta make adjustments now for ultra short throw. That ain't easy. That's easy to do. This is why you have to do tests. So we get the long throws. I like the way the long throws come up. I'm not liking the ultra short throw too much. Ultra short throw should basically be canceling out more light to the top. This is why I explained to you, gotta run tests. If you don't run tests, guess what? Your stuff will fail at the end of the day. So you have to be able to see what needs to be fixed and what needs to be corrected. I see how it's picking up here at the bottom nicely, but when it gets to the top in the light, this is what I don't like. That should be clean all the way across. This is why we do long throw tests, ultra short throw tests, low lumen tests, and different caliber projectors to see if the projector is going to have a problem reacting. If it has a problem reacting, we know we can go in and fix on it. But if you don't do any testing at all on your products, how do you know it needs to be fixed at the end of the day if you don't test it? So that's something that's going to definitely have to be fixed. Let me see something for a minute. No, we don't do that. I'm walking up to the screen. If we can't pick it up here, then it's got to be fixed. See? So that screen is reflecting all that light that's hitting it, but here, it's not reflecting it. It's giving up too much. So that's what has to be fixed on it. That's why we run all these tests to make sure that, now remind you, if I ran through the test and I didn't basically proper test anything, so we're done. That's it. Do it in the dark, hit it with a high-end projector, we're done. And later on, somebody else gets it and it doesn't react to an ultra short though correctly because I didn't run the test. See, that's why I told you, you got to run tests. That's what you got to do at the end of the day. Run test. I'm just running ultra short to done anyway. I'm running ultra short. Is that an ultra short this one yet? Oh yeah, we did already. I never did two ultra short those back to back on the screen, which I should be doing. It's big enough to run two of them. And I got two of these upstairs. We got to do that. We got to do an ultra short set up with two ultra short set up on here at the same time, back to back. All right, let's get back to this one over here. So automatically, we need to fix that. So basically, we need to work on, well, the element we got coming in should fix that one part. And the other part, I know we need to add to that to fix that, so that's an easy fix. So that's good, at least we know. See, that's a 38 Black Widow. That's a screen that's 100% done. Which means I can take a $60 ultra short throw projector in a maxo zone and I can throw it against that screen and it will pick up boop, 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 all the way around. Now you see where the other one came up? Where basically it was washed out right in here? That's supposed to come up crystal clear from edge to edge. When people do screens, what they'll do is, oh, I can see it. Because they can see the image, the rest of it can be completely jacked up, but because they can see it, they consider it to be acceptable. No, not in my world. That screen has to show from edge to edge to edge. This is being displayed upstairs in my living room with my lights on. So I expect for that screen to work. Everybody over. Now you're going back up.
If the peanut butter in a Reese's could talk to the chocolate, what would it say? You complete me.
Now see how sharp and bright it comes up on the long throw? It has to look the exact same way on the ultra short throw that it looks on the long throw. So it should be picking up without this having an issue. So that's what we have to fix on it. That's why I do all these tests. I do them live. So that way my customers can see exactly what we're doing and how we fix our technology. Next time we come around, that's going to be fixed. We won't have that issue anymore. But that allows me to see what's wrong with the screen and what has to be fixed. If you're afraid of failure at the end of the day, and you're afraid at the end of the day that you're going to make mistakes, you're afraid this is going to happen, everything's not going to come up perfect all the time, it's important that these things pop up because this is how these things get fixed. And then we don't consider it to be failure. The screen is at 1% and it is killing it. The only thing we have with it, that's why we have this, it's called a test. So already, gunmetal screens, it can dominate them with no problem. That's not gonna be a problem for us at the end of the day to do those tests. Low lumen projectors, not a problem, especially against the certifieds. Fully lit environments, not a problem. Different color projectors, not a problem. The only thing we have, we just have to get the ultra short throw to pull up a little better, and that's it. That's an easy fix. That involves that heightener technology. Once that's adjusted, then boom, we got this image coming off a ultra short throw. So if we put our screens at 1%, do this much testing, mind, this is not even testing, this is just throwing stuff at the screen to see what we're working with here, what has to be fixed, what has to be done. And then we go into the testing with long throws and all that stuff like that. So if this is the testing that we put our screens to, this is the reason why orders get canceled right from the door, because they know darn well their screen would never survive in this environment at all. Because they're used to having their environments, their screens in dark environments, number one, and with high-end projectors. You don't get that over here at all, period. Your screen's got to work over here. They're literally going to have to work. Punch in the time clock and work. The only issue we have, the 38 we made them, the white levels were way, way, way too high. They were way too bright. We had to tone those down. Now we got the screen up on 2 buckets. We got to higher up because I want to actually get it closer to the light as possible. See that glare coming in right there? That's from the light over top. Now my projector still stands in eco mode. So you can't get up there and argue and say, oh, well, you know, he's only using 4,000. We just came off with 1,000 lumen projector and certified screens at the same time. You know, I mean, some people may say, oh, no, it's not bragging. Our test demonstrations alone, basically, they can't even do. Certifieds don't even do our test demonstrations. That's why I said our temperatures are unmatched. We gave you a challenge right now and say, hey, do the same demonstration I just did right now. It'll never get done. It's a waste of time. All right, baby. You did good today. I'm going to basically go in and get you calibrated so you're good to go. What's inside of you to get you, put what's inside of you that has to be done to get you up and running. Very easy fix. Same thing we had to do with the 38, we got to do with this one. They generate 24 light. designed, and that's that. So everything should be done. We got the one element we need to adjust the screen. We can have that here in a day. Once everything is done, we should have this ready to go in the marketplace by Friday. I'm gonna knock out all tests pretty much in probably about 2 days. With 3 or 4 tests in one day. So it's gonna be a lot of work, but we need to get this thing knocked out as fast as possible. I gotta get on that unicorn. I gotta get that unicorn done. Gotta stop slacking on it and get that thing done. I gotta know. I gotta find. I gotta know. Hold on, I gotta know. I was probably wondering, like, what the freak is that? That's that invisible acoustic technology we're working on. And we'll get back to this later on. We gotta get that finished first, and we gotta work on this at the same time. But this is that crazy stuff we're working on. We'll get to this later. What the heck is it?
Here's to a new year. Let's resolve to make room for what matters most. To gather, relax, and celebrate in a home you love. Here's to new beginnings. Get started now. Braymore and Flanagan.
At Petco, shopping for your pet's health and wellness needs is easier than ever. No, really. You get same-day delivery of what you need, when you...
I got to contact one of my customers. Ugh. I'm cool with him. We talk every day. So a lot of my customers, we talk just about every day. I'm cool. I'm a customer on my Facebook page. They're on my fan page and stuff like that. You know, I mean, more my personal pages, but a lot of my customers I'm really good friends with. Like I talk to every day. So one of the guys is actually on my PS4 account. We're doing, he just got the game World War Z. So I'm showing him all this cool stuff. So he's going to be on the game with my crew pretty soon. I got to be doing that tonight. Oh, thank goodness, I get a chance to relax. Don't get me wrong, I like what I do for a living, but sometimes I just need some days to just unwind. Go out and play at the driver's nickname's called Go Out in the Dark and get murdered. Funny name. But anyways, get the same screen load up. I want to see something for a minute. I gotta see this. All right, let me see. What's the controller is that? Controller. Here we go. on pipes, bird. Make sure the screen is dry, because I don't want anything hitting my black screen. Dying to see this all. This what happened. Oh, come on, I'll go reconnect on me.
There's a moment. The moment we ask, what if?
What if we could?
Oh, come on, give me something with pop. Right, there we go. That's what I want to see. Told you 38 was a nasty piece of work. I've told you. Mind you, my protector's in eco mode. Well, actually, they're both being hit with eco mode at the end of the day when you really think about it. So keep in mind, gentlemen, not your screen paint, but this technology which is landing against the screen, which is a gunmetal version of that technology, has just came in and taken out gunmetal screens with no problem, did it in the max zone at 1,000 lumens and a 4,000 projector in eco mode. And it's going side by side to the 38. I told you 38's light levels are actually extremely good for a black screen. And you think you beat it with your screen paint at the end of the day? No, you didn't. Didn't even have our product. I guarantee this gunmetal will go through your stuff real quick. That's really interesting. Now we got to do this because this gives people a chance to figure out which one they want. You got people on the fence who are like, I don't know if I want to get the gunmetal or if I want to get the which one screen. But the interesting thing, like I said, we're going to go to white levels. Let's check this out because I want to explore this a little bit here. Automatically, black levels are going to go to the 38 because the 38 is going to produce that. The gunmetal's advantage point is supposed to be able to pull a higher white level, but then if the 38 is pulling that high white level too, then again, we'll see. Let's check out a red screen real quick. Well, we know the contrast levels are going to come up under. Let me see. Contrast levels on a gunmetal are going to be good, but next to a 38, no. But they're good. They are good. If it's actually going side to side with a 38 with a black level that screen has, man, I love this, man. This is why I have some real fun. But at the end of the day, putting my own stuff, it's kind of boring. I'd rather go with the certified screens at the end of the day because I get more fun out of that. But it's interesting just to see the two technologies going side by side. Now, keep in mind, unlike other products that do this, we test ourselves against certified screens first because I want to show you that this is technology. Both of them have the capability to be able to overpower certified screens, which makes them a little different than the average products out there on the market. But to see two of them go side by side, mind you, we have that contrast shifting technology in the gunmetal. Oh, this is going to make it hard for the customers. They got to figure out which one is which. That's the thing about it. You got people on the fence now because we can't show a difference. We can show a difference, but a slight difference. Like, well, I want the gunmetal, but I want the so-and-so. I've had customers literally go back and forth for weeks trying to figure out which one they wanted. That is absolutely it. Contrast shifting technology is working extremely good. Oh, man. I'm getting both anyway, so.
The question is, which came first? It's who gets to take home that adorable little Reese's egg.
We'll turn the lights out in a few minutes. I know some of you are dying to see the lights out too. I'm curious about the color now. How much over the color be? It's funny because I'll have people who make great screen paint and say, but you don't make our screen paint. Don't put your screen paint in this category at the end of the day. I'm just cutting you off from the door before you even make that statement. Because you'll have some people saying, well, gray screens, no. This is our great technology. This is our, gunmetal technology. Don't put it in your category. Unless you can beat that screen over there, then you can be in that category. You can pass the test of that technology, you can be in that category. But until then, you're not in that category. The screen stands on its own by itself. Because I'll be getting those emails pretty soon talking about, well, you can see that. No. Our tests and your tests are not the same. If you put yourself against the screen, I guarantee you $100, it'll take your stuff out. Because I guarantee if you haven't beat those gunmetals, you're not beating ours. But this is fascinating to see this. Now, mind, this is a free color option. I'm not charging you for this. Free color option. On the website. When you go to the website, you'll see two options pop up. One's going to see 38 gunmetal and 38 black. But it's interesting because now, like I said, I was expecting to see the contrast levels much more powerful on the black screen, but we put that contrast shifting technology in the gunmetal, and now it's like a back and forth kind of thing. Yeah, I have to get both. We got to check out gaming applications on this too. Oh yeah, some customers just get both. Okay, let's move the red levels real quick. I am dying for a bowl of chicken noodle soup. I don't know why, but I just want chicken noodle soup. Let's see. Red screen. See if we see a difference in color. All right, so this one's pulling the darker color, but the color on here is lighter too. Good gracious, this is gonna hard right here. All right, so this one right here is pulling a lighter, but this one's pulling a darker and richer color, but the color's not even faded because this should be really washed out. Like for instance, like, okay, I'll show you. All right. This is what I mean by this should be way washed out. This is a certified gunmetal screen, right? Now, you see how the color looks on here? Our screen right here is producing a much more richer red. This one actually, like I said, it's a little bit faded. Now, let's stick it on the black screen. Don't you dare behave. Black's gonna wash it out even faster. Because black screen is going to pull a richer color, a higher contrast level, and it's going to turn that screen into like it's going to actually wash it even faster. Oh man, this is real interesting. Like the color is, it's going to fall a few minutes. The color is richer on this side, but it's bright on this side. But this side is not faded or washed out. It's interesting. Let's go check out blue too. So, okay, so the gunmetal gives you a more of a brighter image. Which one gives you better contrast levels? We guys still do more testing on that. Where's my stuff at? Didn't I just have a remote control in my hand a few minutes ago? Like literally, seriously, it's on the chair. Man, story of my life. Set something down. Oh, there's it behind my chair. I was going to a whole rant about losing my stuff. All right, let me see. Go switch over to blue. Yeah, blue is going to hit deeper, richer on this side. It's actually light on this side. Okay.
At Aspen Dental, we're a different kind of dentistry, where new patients get a complete exam and x-rays free without insurance.
Told you, this is going to produce a higher white level. This is going to produce a higher contrast. Okay, so switch over this one. And the reason why this white levels aren't talking on that side, because this is the way. We don't even have one on us, do we? We never do. Now, you see the screen is coming up real dark on that side? That's black paint. So our screen produces a higher white level than black paint. But, like I said, having the gunmetal is going to produce the higher white level. But, like I said, at the end of the day, the higher contrast is going to come from the black screen. Let's go over to, let's see. I want to go over to Skyworth food demonstration. See, that's going to pull the higher contrast of the black screen. Come with me over here. Now, you see the 38 black right here? Right there? See that right there? That is the white level on that 38 black next to the gray screen. Gray screen is going to have a slightly higher white level than this one, but like I said, it's not going to be to the point where you can't see it. That's why I have the black paint laying against it, because that screen can generate a white level higher than a black paint, black fabric, you name it, it generates a higher white level. And for those who do fake demonstrations against our products, when you show this off to be what our screen paint is supposed to look like, that would be how black paint reacts against a 38. So that's how we know at the end of the day, when a screen comes up looking like this, it's black paint. Because 38s don't pull up that dark. the 38 is going side by side. I like to put the 38s to even the black screens. I put them through more harder, more vigorous testing, or demonstrations. The black screen right now is going side by side with a 38 gunmetal, and on top of that, going side by side to black house paint, and still maintaining its white levels. And neither one of the gunmetal screens can either touch the gunmetal or our technology now. We just seen it from the demonstrations, or 38 black. Isn't that interesting? I tell you, I love doing these tests. I love them. Of course, I'm going to stack more weight on a 38 black screen. Black screen is supposed to go through really, really brutal testing. So like I said, this is going to go through some crazy testing too, but I thought it'd be fun to do the white levels because I'm sitting there thinking like, what's the difference between the two? I can see this one's going to pull a slightly higher white level, but this is going to be to maintain, and it's maintaining while it has black paint laying against it at the same time. Oh, I freaking love doing these demonstrations, man. I'm telling you. That's why I can't stand how you people develop great screen paints today. How do you miss out on these kind of testing? You're missing out so much fun. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Tell me, have you ever seen anyone do testing like this besides me? Name any one of the great screen paint, any of them, they do testing like this? No, they don't. You know why? Because they want to cut corners. They want fast results, fast results. Fast results are not good. All right, let's see. Let's go grab this video right here.
Your England's best MI5.
I want to get back to Citizen watching Space Force. I'm hooked on that on Netflix. I saw Reacher. Reacher was freaking amazing. I just wish it had longer episodes to it. I really did. Reacher was really freaking good. If you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. All right, now watching Space Force. It is hilarious. Well, at the end of the day, the good thing about it all, I mean, at the end of the day, my customers save thousands of dollars, and they do. We're not using expensive projectors. We're not in dark environments. We don't have to calibrate, you know. I love it. And spend $5,000 or $3,000 for a projection screen. Not trying to be rude, but if I want a free screen, and no disrespect, Elite, but if I want a free screen from you guys, what would I do with it? Even if it was a Darkstar 9, what would I do with it at the end of the day? I'm not trying to be rude, but I paint over it. And there's nothing, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but there's none of their technology would do me any good in my house. None of it. I just paint right over the screen. But for what? Don't get me wrong, the technology against, I mean, if I, ooh, that's nice. If the technology was like, if I didn't have this, yo, heck yeah, I would take them in a hot second, but the stuff we have over here is better than what they got. All right, let's get the black paint off the screen. Well, you just go in there, a couple of videos in here we can grab real quick. Let's see what they got in here. You go to the channel. This is gonna be hard to pick for my customers. It's gonna be really hard to pick. I'm just getting. I developed this stuff, so you know I'm eating 2 of them. So I was going to do a levitating black screen. I'm doing a gunmetal for myself, a levitating gunmetal for the room upstairs. Anybody remember the movie with Ace Ventura where he jumps on the front of the fire and he starts doing that dance? This is what this reminds me of. He starts doing the Pulp Fiction dance back and forth. I gotta watch that tonight. I like watching the old movies. I gotta watch that tonight. Well, he's got a chance to do it side by side, so now we know. Choice. Let's go with some, let me see, what's next? Kitty.
I'm gonna keep on loving you.
This is why we got to do these videos like this on everything. We got to do them on storm filters, snow levels, the whole 9 yards, everything. So that way, post them right there on the website, so that way the customer can come on. Y'all get calls all day long. And get to the shopping cart, people get jammed up in the shopping cart. We're like, I don't know which one to go with. Should I go with the gray one? I should go with the black one, and so and so and so. Okay, decide. We'll put the videos right there, so that way you can look at the videos, demonstrations. We're doing on short throw. We're doing on long throw. We're doing on low lumens. That way you can get an idea of exactly which one you want to go with. I mean, somebody call me like, Ken, what are you freaking doing to me? I already had people already set to get one screen, they're getting another. Yeah, but we didn't expect for the gunmetal. I know the gunmetal was gonna be really, really good, but not like this on this level. But then look at the black technology. Look at the white levels on the black technology going back and forth with the gunmetal. The gunmetal going back and forth. Now, I've seen people do screen comparisons against their own product, but you know how they ended up. Always in the dark. They're not even in the light for a hot second, and they're automatically right in the dark that fast. We show majority of our demonstrations with the lights on. Before I come off this, I will turn the lights out. Usually people got to argue with me to turn the lights out. Like, can you do a video with the lights out? Can you just do one video with the lights out? Goodness sakes, bird. Hey, we specialize in ambient light rejection technology. We're supposed to do this. I want to be outside right now. You have no idea, man. It's nice out. It's not nice. It's windy as on the what. It's cold. Oh, man. I was making a nice spaghetti dinner. Go outside and watch some TV, but I got this. We're going to get that warm weather soon. Because I want to be outside so badly right now. No good? Let's grab something else on here. Oh, we definitely gotta grab this. This is a good one too. So which one? Which one? The gunmetal or the 38 black? Or the 38 black or the gunmetal? And you can see the two different forms of technology. They're not the same. They don't match in any way whatsoever, as you can see. But they both have strong points. One has the ability to generate high white light. The other one has the ability to act as contrast shifting technology, which includes to produce amazing black levels. So it's kind of hard, ain't it? Hey, Temple Mayor. gonna make it a bit rough to figure out exactly which one. But at least they're both good. I mean, at the end of the day, I told you, if I want to make a gunmetal, I want to make it really, really good. At the end of the day, if it's only on the 38 technology, it was going to be extremely good. Yeah, this is really, really interesting. At the end of the day, I didn't think they were going to be matching that close.
Have a break.
So for people want to sit there and say that the 38 was, the black version was too dark, yeah, your claim has been dismissed again. It's the gunmetal sitting next to it. The gunmetal's not even black. They're both holding the weight against each other. Contrast shifting in the other one, and that's producing the contrast level, which is insane on that level, and that's producing the heightener level on that side. It's producing next to the gunmetal. My projector's still in eco mode. Still in eco mode. I'm keeping it in eco mode. Hey, no point in basically taking it out. No calibrating, nothing. I gotta show you how to build that light. I built that light over top. They charged me $65 for a little sound bar light on Amazon. I said, no, I'll build my own. That's weird. We usually have one would dominate something over another one. It's just but man. All right, there we go. Now I see it. I just saw it. Okay. There we go. There's the contrast shift right there. So they can see it's pulling a higher and blacker contrast level, but still not bad. Not bad for that screen. Not bad at all, but you can see it right there. You can see where the black screen is pulling the much higher contrast level right there. But still not bad. Not bad at all. Because we wanted to, like I said, when you design a gunmetal screen, you got to remember, you're going to lose contrast. It's going to happen, but we didn't want it to be a dramatic amount, especially with all the lights on. So the way this screen actually was able to hold its own, even with the lights on and a max out zone with no problem, is extremely good. And mind you, it's a 1% technology. It's not done yet. There's 2 elements missing from it. That's going to get the trigger even better. But man, I find it's impressive. But you can see right there, yeah, the black screen is definitely total dominating when it comes to that black level. But still, even with the lights on, you're not even missing a beat with the gunmetal. Well, I tell you, man, when God gives you technology, boy, he gives you technology. Mind, we developed this stuff today. Gunmetal was developed today. Well, actually, no. Yeah. No. Half of it was half and half. We got one day, because the element, the stuff wasn't here to make it. Tell me my Lord's not amazing. He is absolutely amazing. We got gunmetal technology now for our customers. I like it because the fact that it really doesn't, like, they don't lose too much if they go with the gray screen, which is good. The gunmetal, they don't lose too much. But at the end of the day, those of you who made those dumb statements, again, you know who you are, made the statements by trying to claim that our product came out that dark. Again, this is my engineered gunmetal. And like I said, you've seen the demonstrations. If you watched it, saw the demonstrations, man, we dropped it at thousands, we dropped it at 4,000, we dropped it in eco mode, we did certified screens, and that screen held this weight with no problem. And you just say that the 38's coming at dark. So if the 38 came in that dark, this screen right here should overpower the 38 with no problem. Especially right now, where you're looking at this right here with no problem. Yeah, y'all gotta stop doing so many. Y'all waste so much time just doing dumb stuff at the end of the day. Honestly, you do. My goodness. Just hating on God's blessings every day. Hating on it, man. Unbelievable. But you know what? We don't care because as long as our technology works for our customers, as long as I can produce something at the end of the day that's going to put a smile on their face, that's all I need at the end of the day. That's it. That's what makes me happy. That's why I work so hard to make good technology for my customers. Not only to have in my own house, because I want the best in my house at the end of the day, but I love when my customers' screens are fired up, they get that first experience, you know what I mean? That's what I love about it, you know? Man, we got so much chefs in the room. I'm so happy with this stuff. I'm so happy. It looks amazing. I gotta finish Unicorn. I gotta finish Unicorn. We gotta get Unicorn done. Love it. Love it. Get one of these upstairs in the room. Yeah, I'm getting one of these in the room. I'm getting one of these in the room. I'm gonna get two of these. Matter of fact, I might put one. Should I put one in the kitchen? I think I'm putting one in the kitchen too. Oh, nice in the kitchen. One in the kitchen. I want to place a kitchen screen. I'm gonna put one in the kitchen, one of these, and I'm actually gonna paint one to a 150-inch surface and take it outside for some demonstrations also, because this thing is dark enough to go outside. All right, people. Hard, hungry. Hey, Uncle Bear. How are you now, Pat? Where are you? Hey, watch the Tribe Channel. That's my favorite show. I love the freaking Tribe Channel. Right now, they got a new episode, and I plan to be on it once. All right, people. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I know it was long and everything, but you know, at least we got a chance to see the gunmetal technology. We got a chance to paint it out. And hopefully, if all tests go well, it should go too well. We get it tweaked a little bit because, like I said, we got to get it fixed for the ultra short throw. Everything working out well. It'll be on the shopping cart on Friday, and this will be a free color option. And we're going to have all the videos posted below, so that way, if you can't figure out, if you're on the fence about which one to go with, you can check out the videos and decide from there. Good luck, because man, I'm telling you, if I didn't make this stuff myself and someone else making it, I couldn't figure out which one to go with at the end of the day. Screen produces amazing contrast on this side, so it's like a back and forth kind of thing, so I really don't know. I might do a little Pac-Man on here real quick. I'm curious what Pac-Man is going to look like on this gray screen. Well, I can't say gray, it's gunmetal. So let's do a little Pac-Man on here. Here. I'm actually in a Pac-Man forum site on Facebook. Oh, heck yes. I've seen some of the coolest stuff I'm a big fan of Pac-Man. I've seen some of the coolest stuff people build, tabletops and beds and all kinds of stuff, man. I'm like, wow, I'm freaking amazed by some stuff. I watch people cool build at the end of the day. I got to do me a customized Pac-Man screen. I want to have to do me a customized. The giant Pac-Man coming to the wall and have a screen built in his mouth. I got to do something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna do let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna do the mountain. Right, my sub's on. What sub's off? Brother George. Subs are in the sync. There we go, sub just activated. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, come on, kitty. I'm almost done, okay? So watch the show. We're going to have to put up a gamer gunmetal screen. I'm going to build one. you guys over here. Can't see my screen too well. We don't got this sound up high enough. This is not gonna work. I need sound, baby, sound. There we go. I'm playing Pac-Man, I want sound. I'm building me a customized Pac-Man machine. Okay. It's gonna be, oh, I can't even talk about it. I love this game so much. Yes, I was one of those kids back at that particular time shoving tons of quarters into this machine. Yes, I was. I'm in the middle of great gaming. Come on. Alright, I like the Gunmetal, it's good. I want to play the rest of my screen without the Gunmetal on it. I'm using my lights. Ooh, yeah. Am I hitting that back? Oh, my speakers. My sub's over there. no new score. I love the screen, man. I love the screen. This used to be, I used to have a 126-inch Elite screen and built this, man. I love this freaking screen. All right, I gotta try my controller. It's dead. All right, so my controller in charge. I will come back down later on and hook up with one of the my customers. I feel we're gonna be gaming tonight, and we can get this zombie kill on because they just now got the game. But I finished the game so many times. I know a lot of shortcuts and stuff on the game, so when we go in and helping them play tonight. I even have my whole entire screen filled out. That looks like milk to me. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I'd like to thank you all for your time. I gotta get out of here, grab something to eat upstairs for burritos. There's not gonna be enough to eat. I gotta go fire up the upstairs and get ready. I think today I'm going to do a space station in outer space upstairs. We did the scenery with the clouds and all, so that's pretty cool. But we're gonna change it out today. Do something different. Hey, Taco, what's up, man? Man, where you at, man? It's almost TV time. I know. It's TV time. All right, people. Y'all have a good one. I got to get out of here. Thank you all for your time. Got to go, and God bless. Yeah.